Yo, what's up guys? Today we're talking about should you bulk and cut. So the reason I'm making this video is because I get a lot of questions about this. People ask me like, yo, I'm 14 years old, I've got no mass, I want to get bigger. Should I bulk? Should I just put on loads of weight just to get bigger? And I have a really closed-minded opinion on this. It used to be different though, I have changed it, but now I just don't understand why I ever thought that way. So I'm just gonna tell you about that now. Hopefully it gives you a clearer view on whether you think you should bulk and whether you should cut. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so if you think about this now, you might not even know this because I know I didn't I kind of did, but I didn't really. A lot of people have a misconception of this. So fat never turns into muscle. So if you think putting on a load of fat to bulk will turn into muscle, it doesn't. You put on the fat, burn the fat as you're building muscle. Now the muscle and the fat are two completely different things. Like think about it, your muscle's already there. Fat doesn't just turn into muscle. The muscle's there, the muscle just gets bigger. So putting on a load of fat will not build you any more muscle. The only real benefits I see to bulking is being able to lift heavier weights, because the more you weigh, usually the more you can lift. So that is one of the big reasons why you might want to bulk. Obviously strong men are bulked, they're a lot bigger because they need to lift heavier weights. Power lifters aren't as big, they still lift heavy weights, but it's just depending on what kind of athlete you want to be. So if you don't want to be a strong man, you do not need to bulk to that stupid amount of mass. If you want to be a bodybuilder, obviously they do bulk and cut, but in my eyes it's not that efficient. Like, it doesn't make sense to put on a load of, it doesn't make sense to put on something that you're just going to get rid of. Like in no other space of life would you gain something just to get rid of it, really. Like, what is the point? Like, you want to build muscle, you do not want to gain fat. Like, obviously the main goal is to be huge and shredded. So why are you going to put on a load of fat just to burn it? Because it doesn't even help you put on muscle. So obviously if you are like me, you are skinny now, or you were skinny, and you just do not want to be skinny anymore. You want to get as far away from skinny as possible. I understand, because I was in that position too. But if you do bulk now, you're setting yourself up for a harder task in the future. So you don't want to put on a load of fat now. Just main gain. That is the key word of this video, main gain. And this is when you're putting on muscle and staying at the same body fat or getting leaner as you go along. So you find an eating plan that you can stick to, that you're consistent with, that gives you the results that you want. This is the best way to gain muscle and stay trimmed, because I know you want to be big and shredded. I want to be big and shredded. I feel like I've done quite a good job of main gaining throughout my whole lifting career. I'll put up some pictures now. I've gone from less skinny but stayed the same leanness, if not got leaner, which is quite a big thing to do, quite a good thing to do. I've never had to bulk. I've tried to bulk, never worked for me. I could never put on the fat. That is just genetics, and well, my appetite's just too small to bulk. Obviously some people can pull off like really mad bulks, like obviously Fazer, he's done a good bulk. Bobby Jarius as well, they're both on, they've both done a good bulk. I don't know what they're doing now, but yeah, that is bulking. Obviously they've gotten bigger, which is exactly what you want. But I just feel like it's harder to go from having that much body fat to then trim down, when you could have just stayed trim and put on muscle, which is way more efficient. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm overweight, do I cut down? Cutting, I agree with that. Like, cutting is definitely something good to do, but do not just cut everything straight away, because you're setting yourself up for failure. You want to find an eating plan that you can be consistent with throughout your whole life. It's not a year, it's not 5 months, it's not a week, but you're sticking to this for your whole life. Obviously you can make changes and stuff, but you want to keep it consistent throughout a long period of time. Otherwise you just won't stick to it, and the results that you get will never stay. You don't want to just stop eating to lose all the fat. You don't just want to do stupid amounts of exercise. You want to find the balance between exercise and food. Make sure it's level, make sure you're enjoying your exercise and enjoying your food, and you will lose that fat a lot quicker than you think. People go on these stupid diets that they cannot stick to, so they just put the weight back on, or don't even lose it at all because they can't do it. I'm gonna quit chocolate, I'm gonna quit sweets, I'm gonna quit carbs. Like, no, you're not. You're gonna hop back on them straight away. If you have the willpower to do that, good on you, but most human beings cannot do that. I know I couldn't do that. I had to gradually stop eating sweets and chocolate. I still have it sometimes, because there's no point being that strict on yourself. Having one chocolate bar isn't gonna ruin your life, you know what I mean? But you need to be consistent with whatever you do. Do not go on a stupid, outrageous diet or exercise plan that you can't stick to. You don't need to go to the gym 4 times a day, 1 time a day, 2 times every week, 3 times every week. If you're just doing cardio and stuff, that is fine. You will lose fat. It's just you gotta be consistent. Okay, so the moral of this video is main gain. If you want to go from skinny to hench, main gain it. Just Eat a consistent food plan that you can stick to, train hard, buy my training plan, buy my diet plan. Do not go on a stupid bulk because it isn't really going to benefit your muscle growth at all. If you are overweight, make sure you find a consistent eating plan to put you in a calorie deficit to make sure you're burning off all that fat every day. And if you do need plans, message me on Instagram. I will reply to you all. Message me on Snapchat. I will reply to you all. Just make sure you start doing something, because this is time. Summer's coming up. Get your summer body. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to the Box Boys. We're dropping videos on there consistently. Make sure you leave a like on this video. If you do not like this video, do not press the dislike button, because I will find out who you are. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bless.